I want you to think like this. If you're in something, get in it. If I go get a job and I'm not going to give 100%, one, my boss isn't going to like it. My boss is looking for somebody that's going to put 100% effort into their job. If I'm going to get a job, then I'm going to commit myself to that job. I'm going to show up on time. I'm going to do a good job and I'm going to commit to that job. Process. Even if you're doing it 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, whatever you committed to do in the sales process or the lead generation side, whatever it is that we're doing, commit to it or don't bitch about it when it doesn't work or just get out of it because it's not fair to the people that you're pitching and it's definitely not fair to yourself. So if you're not giving yourself over to this process and over to this product, if you're still looking at all the different things, if you're like an affiliate this, and if you're in real estate and you're in this, those are all great things to be in. Look, I'm not complaining, but master one of them and know that, hey, this is where I'm at. And that's why I love lead generation because it allows you to go into all these other spaces, but be present where you are until you're successful enough to be able to go and handle these other things. A lot of times if they say, hey, your price is too high, that means our benefits are too low. So if somebody's saying, oh, your price is too high, that means we didn't really explain our benefits or we didn't explain what was going on well enough. Times you'll get the objection, like I'd buy if I had the money. So that means they see the worth, they see the value, and the excuses is like, hey, I don't have the money. And that's one of a lot of times the big time excuses. But again, that is just another problem. Like, how do we get them the money? How do we figure it out? How do we solve this problem? Is there something that you can sell? Is there something? Because again, we are problem solvers. Dan has told this story about getting people into the group because of a baseball card, or they had art, or they had a car, or they had this, or they had that. Or I can't tell you how many times I've closed a deal where it's, hey, it's $1,500, it's $2,000. And they're not griping about the price. It's just at that point in time, they don't have it. And so again, a benefit or an option to sit there and say, hey, what if I could take that and do $500 a month for the next 4 months, or do $500 a month for the next 5 months and finance it for you through my company and then increase the amount of money that I make by $500. It was $2,000 up front and I'm going to give you a good deal. But if you need me to finance it for you to help you overcome this objection of you don't have the cash flow now to do this, then what if I were able to bang? And again, if they see the value in it, ultimately they're not going to mind spending the extra $2,500 because it solves their problem right away. Let's see. So one of the things is I remember joining JK. And so we are going through inflation right now. Interest rates are high. So there's a lot of people that are looking for leads right now. Even some of my clients right now, leads are slow, and some of the businesses and things like that. You're going to hear a lot of different, even objections and things like that. But the way that we look at things and the way that we do things a lot of times is really just our state of mind. And as a salesman and as somebody that can make money at will, which is what you have, literally, guys, is that you can make money when you need money. Those kind of things don't affect us. As a salesman or as a lead generation, as somebody who does leads, you're not going to get laid off. A client may let you go, but ultimately, like, who's going to lay you off? Yourself? Who's going to fire you, right? And so how you look at your business is extremely important. I jumped into this business in January of 2020. If I were to sit there and say, man, February, the entire world shuts down, business owners, this, that, the other, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to sell leads. Businesses are closing by the hundreds. How am I going to be able to sell leads in the middle of this pandemic? If I'd have had that thought process, I would have failed. But I didn't have that thought process because I knew that I could help people. And I knew that the process and the product was worth it and that if I could learn it, I could help people. I just had to increase the volume that I was able to reach out to people, meaning that I just had to work a little bit harder. And a lot of you guys' problems is between your two ears and the way that you're thinking comes across. And when you're selling, like some of the best times is to sell. When a sales team or when something's in recession, the answer to make more money is to talk to more people, offer more benefits, sell more stuff. It ultimately boils down to what you need to do to make the sale. Let's see. Truman says, I asked for 50 nights, start building a lead gen site for bathroom. The guy laughed and said he's now booked out for 3 weeks and he wouldn't pay anything up front. Within the hour, I bought a domain and copy and pasted a site for bathroom model. He said he refuses to use any website or social media for his business. Feels great to build this lead gen now. Wait 2 months. Then I'll hit them for $50,000 or $1,500. 100%. If somebody's griping at $50 to, I charge Truman just in general, I charge $1,500 to start a lead gen upfront. So that means for me to even start again. So this guy's belief system, from what you're hearing right now, is not that he doesn't believe that you can do it, but that he doesn't need to do it, that he's 3 weeks out and he's three this. And so again, getting into those situations of, okay, you're 3 weeks out, meaning how much opportunity are you losing because you're 3 weeks out? How many people go to other businesses? And contractors in general, really quick, they think if they're 3 weeks out, they're the shit. They think that they're just absolutely amazing. As a contractor, being 3 weeks out, you feel good because you know you have work 3 weeks out. But ultimately, like when you boil it down, being 3 weeks out may not be a good thing. It may not be a great thing. You could be 3 weeks out on a bunch of crappy work that now you're booked, and now that you miss huge opportunities for good jobs because you can't get to them. And I try to relay this a lot to some of my clients that have lost bigger jobs because they're doing smaller work. They'll send somebody to go look at a job that may be a $5,000 or $10,000 job, and they're sending their helper to take pictures versus them showing up as the owner and meeting with the prospect and putting the worker on the job to go make $150, that $300, and then you focus on that bigger idea, that more profitable job. Understanding that and getting to the root of, hey, why is it that you won't use social media, website? Have you been burned in the past? Do you not believe in it? What are the reasons behind it? All of these different things, getting to understanding why he, like $150 is like really nothing for any kind of opportunity. So this guy just might have more problems with and be old school on the marketing side and say, how do you get your business now? Oh, it's 100% referrals, 100% this. What happens when that runs out? It hasn't run out yet, but what happens when it does? So the idea behind that is really probably just digging in a little bit more on, you obviously got him on the phone. So great job of that, explaining the benefits of what that $150 does. It's not about the cost of the $150, but it's the value. It's, hey, look, I believe in this product so much that I'm charging $150. I'm going to spend more than that to get this thing up and running for you. You're going to spend way more time value to get a lead gen up and running to generate leads than $150. You're going to spend way more time value to be able to have that opportunity for him. And so you're basically giving him this huge opportunity that he's not buying into, but it's because maybe your belief system or you didn't portray your belief onto him of how valuable or how much business it's going to bring, not the cost, but the value and how much value you can bring to somebody. Because remember, it's not always about cost. Like money is, they just keep printing it. You're going to make more money. I don't care what job you're, money's everywhere. They're just going to make more money. So it's always about time. It's always about value. I don't think it's really ever about cost. Cost is something that is a concept that when you live paycheck to paycheck or hour to hour, and you're not looking at the value or the investment of something. And the good thing is lead generation. The crazy thing is it's not in short supply. There's so many people that do lead generations, whether it's Facebook ad, Google ads, this and that. But knowing that you guys can do it in a way that a lot of other people can't and don't do it, and that ultimately you're out there looking to solve people's problems. If you can come across as a problem solver, you're going to be able to close more jobs.